Good afternoon, YouTube. This is just a little hodgepodge of a video, a little bit of everything. A quick report on the Blade Show, which was this past weekend. Some knives that I got that'll be going out to some of my YouTube friends. Some materials, some different things, a little bit of everything. So let's get right into it. And the first thing we're going to talk about is some knives that when you look at them, they're really nice. They're really what you think you would want to use for a given purpose, but they're just not quite right. There's just a little something about them that you're not happy with. And I'd like you to look at those in a little bit different way. And instead of just saying, oh, well, you know, if they'd have done this or done that, I'd buy it. Well, you know, buy it anyway and do it yourself. It's a lot of fun. It's easy in most cases, and it's just adds another dimension to your knife collecting, your knife using. Now, the one that I want to start with today is Stroud Design knife by Habilis, the Temagami. And the one that you see here is my personal one. Now I've already modified this knife to suit my needs. I envision it as a bushcraft knife, something that I'll use in the woods. So my modifications were pretty subtle. I didn't do a lot to it because it's already an excellent knife. So let's take a look at what I did real quick with this, and then we're going to look at what I'm going to do to another one for one of my YouTube friends, and that is Waco over in Japan. On this one, hand comfort. You know, the way the knife feels and all the different grips. It's you know, it's a very nice feeling knife. As it comes, however, there's a sharp ridge right on this front. Right on here, and what we'll do, we'll take a look at Waco's knife, and I'll just show you that. So Waco, here we are unboxing your knife, if you will. As you can see on this one, this is very squared off, very sharp shoulders, all the way around. And then I want to point out one more very minor thing. You'll notice there's a fairly sharp machined edge right here. When you're holding the knife for long periods and using it in just a normal grip or a reverse grip or the side grip, all of that, you know, that shoulder hits all the way around. It also, this little protrusion or little point starts to really bother your hand after a while. So what I did on my version is you'll see that point is gone. There's not a whole lot of difference if I can hold both of those up. And in fact, I took something akin to a fingernail file and just knocked that off. On the edges, I just rounded this slightly. Now, in the side lever grip, chest lever grip, whatever you want to call it, this is nice and smooth. Doesn't bother my fingers at all. I can choke up with no discomfort here on my hand. And for a bush knife, this is going to be great. However, it's not going to work for Waco. What he uses a knife for is deer hunting. And while this is great for bushcrafters, it's not that great for a deer hunter. I've watched a lot of his videos, and we'll use his knife here now. He uses his knife to get the back straps, to get the various cuts of meat, and he uses a choked up grip. He uses, you know, a side grip. Really has to be able to move this knife around. He really has to have mobility, but still have it solid in his hand. So what I'm going to do for him is, again, this little point is going to go away because it just, you know, it's really irritating and it takes almost nothing to get rid of it. But he needs to be able to grip the knife like this so that he can slice with it, he can get under the back straps. So what I will do on his is I'm going to round this out, almost like a, I can't remember the exact designation of it. There is a bamboo handle knife that that I got that idea from. I actually have it and couldn't pull it out in time for the video. But I will take a Dremel first and I will round this out so that his thumb can fit comfortably here. So that he'll be able to hold this knife, especially this way, where he can get under the back straps. This, you know, any other grip that he has with this little tip gone, with this rounded, I think this will be a great knife for him, and I think he'll really like it. So Waco, I'll be working on that this week, and we'll try to get it out to you, buddy. On the blade show, I had a wonderful time, with the exception of one thing, and that was on Sunday. Going home, a lady ran me off the road and managed to total my Trailblazer. So we've been new car shopping and have got a new vehicle. I'm fine. I wasn't hurt all that bad, thank God. It could have been very bad, but it wasn't. So that was a little bit more excitement than I really wanted. Saw a lot of great stuff at the blade show. One of the things that I saw that impressed me so much I bought it was from Habilis BushTools. And this is the standard Habilis Bush tool. They make a larger one, and then they make a huge jungle type. I'm not sure exactly what the correct designation would be. It's like a panga, I guess, or something like that, which looks pretty unique. And I hate people that take forever to get the knife out of the sheath, so we'll do that immediately. And as you can see, this is quite an interesting tool. Steve, the guy that makes these, really has put a lot of thought into this. Just, you know, he wants all his tools to be multifunctional, and I just think this guy's really got some great design ideas. Now, they don't come with an edge like this. It will be dark colored all the way down. I took this to the stones and then mirror polished it, stropped it. Just, you know, people say, why do that on a bush tool like this? You know, and I say, well, do you go in the woods with wet matches or rotten cordage or torn clothes? Of course not. You go in with the best you can. So why not start with the best edge that you have? It's just that much easier to maintain it. Plus, again, that's half the fun. The bush tool for chopping, it's a great size. I think, and I won't go into a lot of detail. I don't have the time on this video. I think it's about 5 1/4 roughly inch blade. It's not super heavy. It looks like it would be. It's not, but there's enough heft there that you certainly can chop with it. If you feel like it's not enough, you can go to the larger size. Has a divot to insert a fire bow, and I've not tried this, but from everything that I hear, it works extremely well. Adam from Equipped to Endure, whom I also met at the show, uses this and says it's really changed his mind on how useful those are. There's a cutout here for a fire steel, and it works great. There is a cutout here to hit on when you're batoning through wood. And one feature that I haven't heard many people talk about that's really great on this knife, this edge is ground at a slight angle this way. And I haven't done it on this one yet, but I will. This portion from here to here, it's already got a nice little burr there, but I'm going to sharpen it up even more, because for scraping, you know, making a bow and using that as a scraper. There's just a million uses for that. It's a plane to smooth out wood. It's just going to be a great tool. It comes in a nice JRE industry sheath. It has place for a fire steel. You can also get a Kydex sheath for it, which is very well made. And I bought this addition to mine. It comes the fire steel separate. You get the sheath and the knife, and that's it. You can get the fire steel. And I also bought this, which is called the Nomad. And the Nomad is basically a small utility knife and a spear point combined. You can unwrap the cordage on the knife, split a limb, stick it in there, use a cordage to tie it in, and you've got, you know, certainly an extremely functional spear point. You can leave it as it is, and it's because of the long handle. There's two of these. One has a handle that's about this long, I guess about half of that, and then this one, it has this much longer handle, and it really locks in back here, and I would highly recommend, if you're going to get one of these, get the long one. I just think it's a more versatile tool. $10.95 is a steal on these. Really good stuff. And we definitely will be doing a more in-depth interview and review of these knives. And I'm hoping to, the folks that make these are local here in Georgia. They're up in Dalton. And I'm hoping to actually make a trip up to Habilis and do a video up there and get you to meet some of these folks. They're just wonderful guys, and really turn out a quality product. Another knife I want to show you is this one. And I'm sure you're all familiar with the little Azula, the little SE, rat cutlery, etc. They've had a million names, but I don't know how well the camera will pick this up, but if you can zoom in there. My wife is my camera person. Without her I couldn't do these. And I'd like you to pay particular attention to the handle. This particular knife is going to Waco's daughter. This will be to one that I hope she'll use to gather vegetables, fruit, or whatever, you know, wild edibles that they gather. I've cord wrapped this handle, and then I dip it in marine spar varnish, and it goes in there about, I guess about 4 times. Obviously have to let it dry good between each coat, and it makes a very attractive handle and a very durable, solid handle. And if you ever scrape it up, you just dip it again, let it dry, and the handle's brand new. Another thing, if you can see it, if Mary can really zoom in close, you'll notice there's no knots on this. There's no starting knot and no ending knot. And what I did, I started the wrap down here with the end sticking up, just heated the end, melted it down, and then continued to wrap, pulling tension on it. I did, and then when I ended, I did the same thing. Let's see, yes, well, it's, yeah, right there. And it makes a much smoother, much nicer handle. There's nothing sticking out anywhere. And so I'm hoping that that she'll really enjoy that. I have a couple of neck knives just quickly because I have to move along. These are from Kylie in New Zealand. They're his CKC pen knives. Both quite different. We'll be doing reviews on these. This was the first one I got. This is ABEL, and this is N690. Kylie, I probably got that wrong. This is really some amazing stuff. Really does a great job on this. And over here, if I can get this out of the way, this little pile, Kylie, will be heading your way in the mail next week. and I'll try to get this out. I've got several different colors of handle spacer material. I bought one of everything they had at the blade show for you. Just some different woods.